Another anime review. Let's get it. So today's anime review is one of my personal favorites, and it will be showing up on my top 20 list of my favorite animes. For me, this anime is called Overly Cautious Hero, or something. Its full name is something, but I'm going to shorten it, called Overly Cautious Hero. It's about this goddess named Restarte, who is a goddess of healing, and to become quote unquote a more major goddess and join the rise the ranks, she has to complete a mission of saving the world from a demon lord, with the help of a hero from the human world. So she gets given this first mission. She's given is S-class mission, which is like pretty dangerous mission, which from when she is first given, not the greatest. She is mortally terrified of giving this level of mission because it's not obviously a hard one to do. Anyway, she's given a list of people that she can of one hero, a list of hero applications, even though they didn't apply, but it's people that she could bring as her hero for this mission. And she goes through most of them until she finds one of them, which is Seiya, this guy named Seiya, who has very high stats. And she chooses him, and he is brought here to the realm of the goddesses, which, to be fair, she made a mistake in a way because she thinks that Seiya will be this, obviously, since he's very powerful or has a high stats, he's gonna be this very charismatic kind of person. He is not. He is overly cautious to a freaking fault, to the fact where he won't go anywhere unless he trains. He will not do any. He will not listen to Restarte until he's training, and then when he's finally ready, he'll say his phrase, "I am 100% ready for any outcomes," or something like that. And then they all go to the god. Anyway, she is tasked with defeating the demon lord of this world called Galabrande. Seiya is her hero, and he goes to other goddesses in this series to train. Restarte goes to her one best friend, or her best friend goddess, Eridora, who also helps find other goddesses to train. Seiya. Of the goddesses that he gets trained by Citrus or Sirius, which is he is the god of he's the god of double blade, which basically he's the god of swords and thing. My favorite god, two favorite gods he gets trained by are Adonella, who is the god of war, and is kind of like a gothic thing. Her hair is all frizzy and messy, and she's all kind of creepy. And in her first training thing, when she first meets Seiya, she's like, "Yeah, no mortal can keep up with me." And then when he kind of keeps up with her, he says, "You're different from other mortals. You know what? I'll train you." And then she starts to develop a crush on Seiya, which, not even gonna lie, bad move. And from there, her personality and look turn a full 180. She looks like a kind of gothic, evil, creepy person. And then when he's done with his training, she comes out with a fucking cake and like a very prim and proper girl, hair straight, long and straight. She's wearing a dress, which she does not wear in when she's regular. And he, first of all, Seiya hates cake. He loathes it. He hates it. And he says, "Sorry, all cake is gross." And yeah, he's like, "What happened to you?" He's like, I want to join you on your quest." Like, "Yeah, what happened to you? I liked your other hairstyle better. Also, cake is gross, and I will never eat it. Sorry for your problems." And then walks away, and she just goes mental, which by the way, leads to the biggest, scariest scenes, I think, and where Restarte is like, yo, are you gonna like play damage control? Because all you hear in the background is just her going on a complete rampage throughout the city of gods. He also gets trained by Valkyrie, which at first hates Saya's guts because he kind of snaps. She's the goddess of destruction, and she kind of he kind of does some things to her in the form, or kind of doesn't show the proper respect to her, and she doesn't take that well. And she's also a kind of a weird person. Valkyrie kind of is weird in the fact that she technically sexually harasses Restarte a lot by grabbing her breast. One the other favorite goddess I'm not even sure she's a favorite, but she's definitely an interesting one of that, is Midas. She is the goddess of archery, and she is the last goddess second to last goddess that Seiya gets trained by. And the problem about Midas, personally, is she's a nymphomaniac, and the fact that after all trainings which she's done, she was exiled out of the area of the city itself and put in the forest because all heroes that come in contact with her she ends up, fucking. The problem was sexual relations between a goddess and a human, and a hero/hero is forbidden. And it can end into the hero getting booted and sent back to their original world. Restarte, also is in love with Seiya. Falls in love with Seiya because he's a very handsome looking man. And one of my favorite scenes is when they go to fetch him after training with Valkyrie. They find him and Valkyrie and him completely fucking naked. Valkyrie on top of him, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And he says, "What?" And Valkyrie says the best line. I think one of the best lines in the anime. One of the best lines. He's like, "Come on, can you blame me? You got a good slice, a beef kick around. You're not expect me to grab a slice?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure. I have to give him credit. Yeah." First of all, also I was like, what happened to you absolutely hating his guts like earlier? But Midas, on the other hand, one of my other favorite scenes is after he gets done training with Midas, she goes to try to fuck him, and he just unloads her arrow techniques on him that she trained him on her, and she derives pleasure from getting hit in the face, and she says, "Unleash your strength upon me." And when she's running at him, and he just arrows her right in the forehead, eyes, and mouth. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Restarte, even when he finds out what Midas might do, she runs to go get him, and this is how love she is. And Seiya doesn't give a shit about anyone. He's not in he doesn't see love. Like, for example, Restarte is trying to throw himself on him or give him a kiss, and he's just like, yeah, no. One of my other favorite scenes is when Restarte is getting groped by Valkyrie. This is right before he says, train me again. She goes to he starts grabbing her real boobage, and all of a sudden he grabs her hand and tries to say this, and then Restarte is like, oh, look, in her mind, he's like, oh, look at him defending my honor, and he's like, you don't want anyone else to have touchy-feely time, do you, Seiya? In her brain, and then he just pushes her down, not meaning to, but there's meaning to. Says, let's go train. And I was like, yeah, that just shows that no, he doesn't care if she was touching you. He just wants to train. Anyways, one of my favorite scenes in this anime, Seiya is known as what they call in the anime community as a thought slayer. He slays thoughts. He's not gonna let some girl crush on him over and over and think dirty thoughts and then let them get away with it. He also, I wouldn't exactly call him a component for female rights or equal rights, but I would say he definitely is, I guess, because in some way or form, I think my ultimate favorite scene in this entire anime is when he insults one of the princess of the overall kingdom of Galbrande. He insults her when she is basically, you know what, you're no use to me. I'm gonna go charge in and fight and kill this Demon Lord's general by myself. And he says, "No." He's like, "You barely survived as it is back there. The fact that there is no chance you have survival. The fact that your men are still here and listening to you is a miracle in itself." Which basically he's saying, "Yeah, you're not even fit to lead an army." She takes that to heart and says, "I'm going to kill you." Pulls out her sword and goes to go attack him, right? What does he do? He blocks her attack and bitch slaps her. And immediately Restarte and his two companions they pick up, Ilulu and Mash, freak out. And like, "You can't hit a woman." And he's like, "You do not apologize." And he says, "Self-defense?" Like, first of all, I don't care if you are a woman. You come and charge me with a fucking sword, you're gonna get smacked. You got to do something. He's not gonna sit there and take it. Again, and that's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, I think he's in the right here. She goes to attack him with the sword. He blocks the sword and bitch slaps her. And I think she drops this, and he also makes her drops the sword. But I guess she did not like being struck because she starts to growl and slobber and cry, like her cheeks get all red, like a fucking mad dog, like a dog that's like mad. And I did not understand it. I mean, like, yo, you were asking for the slap. You tried to kill him. Just say it as it is funny. He's always dead face. He never shows emotion. And the fact that Astarte is always stuttering after him is funny as fuck. Even though she knows that it's against, if they fuck, it's over. It's game over. One of my favorite scenes when he's able to fly, he grabs her and they're like, okay. He's like, oh, look at him, like, and then just like he has a full force, and her like a fully on jet plane, and her face goes like like you would see like when you're going on a rocket ship, her like eyes starts to like roll, eyeballs are going out like this, and her dress falls open and a titty pops out. It was really fucking funny. Even though they blurred it out, it was really fucking funny. One of my favorite lines from Astarte is when Astarte made her food, and she says in like a very thoughty voice while she's tied up, and he says, "Say, I'll make you more snacks if you keep looking like one." I'll make you many snacks as you want if you keep looking like one. And one of my favorite scenes is when she's like talking to Ilu and Mash towards the end of the series, because Seiya is like recovering and sleeping and he doesn't want to like do anything, and they're like, "We're all gonna go to the thing," and he's like, he won't care, and he has no choice because he's my slave, my pack mule. And she's been saying to everyone, and as Mash and Ilu are looking up as Seiya is getting up, and he's just like right behind. It's just like you could just see the moment like getting funnier. The moment getting funnier when she keeps going on like, "Oh yeah, he has no choice." And then finally she kind of stops and realizes why are you all looking like terrified? And then turns around and all Seiya says in like a deep voice is, "I'm your what?" And you know she's fucked. He calls her useless, even though she's technically is useless. All she can do is heal, but even then, she's useless. Well, she can heal pretty well. In the end, I'm only gonna say is this anime has Restarte and Seiya have a hidden past that both of them don't know about. And all I'm gonna say is to find out that out, watch the anime. Go watch Overclockers Hero. One of my favorite animes. It will be on my anime 20 list. Definitely go check it out, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.